you're listening or watching me from. Welcome to another broadcast, another live stream. People of God, guess who was crying today in Big Brother's diary room? Shaun. Shaun. If anyone told me that a day was going to come that we were going to see Shaun's tears, I would say is a lie. But guess what? The tears was justified. Shaun lacks accountability. What made Shaun cried for free, I'm telling you, was because he was confronted with the truth. It was because he was confronted with facts about how he was treating Wanni. So it wasn't like he was even crying because he was sober or he was remorseful towards his action towards Wanni. No, he was crying because Big Brother threw it to his face that he wasn't acting right towards the girl. Like what he did was not necessary, or his action towards the girl was not fair. Do you understand? So what I saw was someone running away from accountability. I don't know. Correct me if I'm right. It was more of guilty conscience. How can you beat someone and still act victim? See, some people just tend to use therapy as an excuse to hide their bad behavior. That's the way I see it in some cases. Yeah, Issa Longat. Thank you. Shaun vex Big Brother today. Yes, Issa. That's what I'm saying. And you know why he vex Big Brother? Even me vex me. Now that cry that he was crying was not for remorsefulness. It wasn't like he was remorseful. It was for the fact that he's being told the truth. Do you understand? He's being told to his face that, guy, you messed up. You know, I don't know. Shaun doesn't really have that much of a regard for Wanni. I don't know, maybe I'm using harsh words, but I don't see him having that much of regard for that girl. He feels that, he can't even believe his pride is also, that cry too was also his pride also crying. Now he can't believe that this girl stayed the whole of yesterday. She didn't come to him. Today she didn't come to him. Like, Wanni is his ego. Wanni is attached to his ego. I don't know if I'm trying to say, like, unfortunately, Wanni has boosted this boy's ego. Wanni has given herself too much away in the name of love to this boy. And this boy, Shaun, does not deserve her love. He does not deserve that kind of love that Wanni is offering. His pride partially was what was making him, and that was why, and he was trying to, like, the effrontery to walk into that diary room and form victim, trying to say that the girl insulted him. Like, we all grew up in different places. If where you're coming from, weird, which I don't even believe, Shaun, I think, has been in Nigeria for a while, for him to know that weird is not really an insult in Nigeria. He can't tell me that he still sees weird as an insultive statement in Nigeria. For Shaun to get to Big Brother, I believe that Shaun is fully socially exposed. And he can't tell me that all this while he has never heard people discuss and said, you're weird, and it doesn't come off as an insult, because the offense that Wanni did to him was use that word weird on him. That was the offense. Yes, why people are not go verse for him? Even me, I was looking at Shaun. The next day he started crying. I was like, why are you crying? Here. Now you beat person. Now you constantly cry. And low key, Issa, Wanni Big Brother told Wanni not to go to him. He should come to her. Wanni said it's time for you to also sit down and receive. And there's something I don't understand. There was a conversation that Shaun was having when he said that he was having a conversation with Onyeka, right? I think so, with Onyeka, where he said that Yes, they started since yesterday. Yes, now they are coming individual one. It's not easy, and plus or minus some they chop almost 30 minutes or even more inside that diary room. So before the day runs out, and their task and everything. So sometimes people are not even fit talk to maybe more than 3, 4, 5 people. So now since yesterday they start. Kai. Yesterday it was their Suj now that did their own, and Suj was also reporting Shaun to him, to Big Brother, that he can't believe that someone he sees, like, I say only Shaun no say on Monday. Sorry, if only Suj knows that on Monday Shaun sit down do inner caucus meeting for inside diary head of house room. They even talk say make dem nominate am. When Shaun called Victoria that morning into it was in the morning or so, or son, yeah, they substituted Cassia for Suj. So if only Suj knows the level of which Shaun has put him, he won't even be like. But I'm glad he has coded that this boy is not a friend. Suj doesn't have friend in that household. But in a way, it's what people. I don't know why ladies most of the time. Let me generalize. I will add myself inclusive. I don't know why ladies we think that we're too special. Wanni saw the way Shaun was treating Victoria. Even Ebuka has stimulated one or two conversations surrounding how Shaun is treating Victoria. But Wanni didn't think it through. I remember there was a time they had a fight, and I think Wanni even said, no wonder Victoria, she related his action towards her and she related it to Victoria. But I was surprised that Wanni was still there. In fact, if anything, she was even falling harder and harder for that young man. I know he's a fine boy. That's why Ruthie told her you're following accents. If you notice, she has even her own accent too has started changing by association. She has started having British accent. No, 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 no. You see, accountability does not have gender. Accountability does not have gender. Accountability has to be both. Like the fact that this boy came into the room, to the diary room, and became the victim, turned himself into a victim, turned himself, was even crying. Then his conversation with Onyeka. Yes, Shaun was talking about Suj in the diary, in the head of house lounge. Yes, I say only Suj even knows the extent to which Shaun has thrown him under the bus. Suj is thinking it's just starting. Suj don't know say Shaun already throw under the bus since. He doesn't even know. Tete him down that bus. They don't. You know that at the beginning of the show, eh, Shaun and Aces, that is both Suj and Tofa, they were very good friends. In fact, Wanni was cooking for them. She was cooking for them, one big family. She, her twin sister Suj, Shaun, and Tofa. Now, what drifted the relationship between Aces and Shaun was when Aces got involved with Nelita. So they felt, the house divided at some point. It was us versus them. So they felt that Aces went to build an alliance or started dating a set that they are not comfortable with. I just think that after Sunday of what Ebuka said about his conversation with Wanni, about Nelly, I think Shaun has not really been so happy with Wanni. I don't think so. Because to me, just because this girl used the word weird and this guy blew up, and he even entered the diary room, he was even sort of angry. Kai. I don't know. I don't want to use different names on Shaun, but Shaun is disappointing me, honestly. I'm not happy with Shaun. Like, yeah, he playing the role of a victim is, sorry, playing the role of a villain is okay, but when you're playing it in a manner that you're betraying the people around you, well, it just depends on what it's exactly he. And I like what Big Brother said to him, that why would you, what are they taking in the conversation, because I do not watch that part. Okay, he was talking about him and Onyeka. He was talking about his love language. That his love language is an act of service. As in, Isa, even me, I'm trying to understand where that how the full meaning of that conversation. That his love language is an act of service. It's not about washing his clothes, cooking for him. So what exactly does Shaun want? What is his definition of act of service? And you see, Wanni, if Wanni continues like this, I'm sorry to say, Wanni, I'm not trying to wish her bad, but if Wanni does not work on her her so much giving in love, she would she'll be, all of those women that we marry after 10, 15, 20 years, they will divorce. Because yes, love is given, right? But when you give too much, you will lose yourself and you will become unhappy. And especially when you're giving to an ungrateful person. Shaun is not even great. He's not even, I don't know. I won't even use the word he's feeling entitled. But he doesn't even seem to appreciate what that girl is giving to him. Because when he said to Onyeka that his own love language was an act of giving, and it wasn't about doing his laundry or cooking for him, or I was like, so what exactly is your giving? Okay, you're talking about conversation on Suj. That's Suj talking to Big Brother or what? Let me understand what you're saying. You know, Suj yesterday had a conversation with Big Brother, and he talked about, now Shaun too, I think, also touched a little bit about on Suj, but I don't know. Let me understand your question first. Let me understand your question. Hi. Wow. You know, social experiments is something that at the beginning you would think you're not learning anything out of it, but when you relate what is happening to your own life, you will now realize that, oh, this is human behavior. You can't remember that your friend will snitch on you. You can't remember that your friend will throw you under the bus. You can't remember that your friend. Okay, Shaun's gossip on Suj. Okay, what I was telling, what with in the diary, in the head of house lounge, right? That he was talking with the twins, and then even brought in Victoria. It wasn't. Will I use the word gossip? Was it really a gossip? Instead, he was just, they were strategizing for nomination. They were strategizing for nomination, and then his strategy was putting up Shaun and putting up Suj up for nomination. Do you understand? It wasn't gossip per se. It was more like strategizing, and because he said they should put Cassia up for nomination. So calling, of course, the twin girls were okay with it, but calling Victoria, which I don't know if Shaun will tell me he hasn't noticed that Victoria and Cassia are now very close. Those two girls have now become friends in that house. And then he called Victoria and told her to put Cassia up for nomination. And she was like, why? Like, at this point, that's her only friend in the house. Why should she put her up for nomination? He now said that Cassia has nothing to offer in the house. All she has to offer is sewing, that she just the sew clothes. She's just sewing clothes. Like, that's the only thing she's offering in the house. That he doesn't think she has fans outside the house. So Victoria said no, that she's not going to put Cassia up for nomination. Right then, they didn't know. Okay, now you understand. Now then, they didn't know that this week there wasn't going to be nomination. They didn't know. So already they were re-strategizing. There was a conspiracy. That's why I said it's so unfortunate that this season has gone far. I wish Big Brother would just cancel that conspiracy, because that conspiracy, I mean, that strategizing is becoming very annoying. It's becoming very annoying, I beg. Do you understand? So he was strategizing. Now brought in Victoria. Was now telling Victoria that she should nominate Cassia. That Cassia has nothing to offer. That he doesn't even think Cassia has fans outside the house. See me, see Wala. You wait inside house. How you take know who get fans and who no get fans? He doesn't think Cassia has fans outside the house. That after all, what does Cassia even have to offer in the house? That the only thing Cassia does in the house is sew cloth during task. Look at how this boy is saying. Does he think sewing that cloth during task is easy? So Victoria now told him no, that she's not going to nominate her friend, that Cassia is her friend and she's not going to nominate her friend. So he now said okay, that instead of Cassia they should put Suj. When he said Suj, I was shocked. And then still Victoria said Aces, that Suj and Tofa are also a no-no for her. You understand? She said they are also a no-no. She's not going there too. You understand? Which I was even surprised that she does not also want to nominate Aces. Or probably she was just trying to resist. She was just trying to resist Shaun. You understand? And I was surprised. Even after the separation of the pair, Shaun wants to still control Victoria. Suj don't notice Shaun because Suj was sharing to be. Yes, he was. And I was very glad that Suj has noticed it. Do you know that even after that, their head of house task, he came out was telling Suj that if it was Wanni that did what Nelly did to him, if it was Wanni that did what Nelly did to him. So come be like saying hold the girl self on mind. So when yesterday she just used the word weird on him, the thing became an issue. He went to meet Shaun now. So Shaun coded, sorry, he went to meet Suj. So Suj coded that thing. Now that same night, on bed, Suj was now telling Nelly that Shaun wants to come between the two of them, that Shaun wants to cause problem between the two of them. Now imagine Shaun coming to tell him that if it was him that Wanni did what Nelly did to him, what will you do? Well, because Wanni now called him weird, he look at the way he just attacked her. Like I was not Wanni doesn't even need to be anybody's. Wanni doesn't need to be your favorite for you to be unhappy with the way Shaun spoke to you. Shaun spoke to her, I mean. Shaun did not speak to the girl well at all. Kai. Her sister was even telling her to stay away from the boy. But you know the girl, I don't know the kind colo where she colo for the guy. I'm telling you, I don't know the kind love within just these few weeks. And she was even complaining today to Big Brother that imagine the stress she goes through in this house with the tax, with her taking care of herself, taking care of Shaun. Do you understand? Like, if this is how Wanni will love in real life, then I pray she doesn't love the wrong person. Because if Wanni loves the wrong person, she'll be unsatisfied for life. She'll be unhappy for life, because there are some people that are not tired of taking from you. They will take till there is nothing to take, and then they will move on to the next person. Kai. No, Shaun was not what I expected. As in, all this while we were seeing him as an innocent person. I remember on my live stream 2 days ago, someone said that Shaun was an abusive person, and I'm like, no, I don't think abusive. Yes, he's a manipulator. Yes, he's an instigator, but I don't think he's abusive. But watching him yesterday, and then today putting up an act, like, I don't know. You know, some people, they act in this way, in a very bad way, only for them to go and sit down in therapy and be shedding crocodile tears, pretending to be remorseful, when in reality they are not being remorseful. It's only because they are being told the truth, and is bruising their ego that they've been seen through, like they've been caught. And then Because what was Shaun crying for the love of God, yesterday? And Big Brother was telling him that how can you treat someone you claim you love the way you treated her just because she said a certain word? Okay, let's assume she didn't even know. Now, that is where we say culture shock, where there are certain things that in our own culture or in your own culture is not offensive, but in some people's culture, it is offensive. Like, okay, let me give you an example. Like, I do watch a lot of reality shows. There's this reality show I watch, 90 Day Fiance, and there was a marriage between a white lady and a black guy. The guy is from Cameroon, right? Now, we in Africa, during occasion, we spray money on each other. We spray money on people. But them, these white people now, people you spray money on are people that I don't want to call their names here. They are not. You can so you see one man's food is another man's poison. For us, if I'm dancing today, I want people to spread money on me. But another culture, money is being sprayed only on 304s. When you go to all these strip clubs, you know what I mean. I don't want to call the name here because of YouTube guidelines. Do you get? So that's the culture shock. So now if I go to a place like that and I don't know and I went to spread money on someone, right, I have put myself inside trouble, right? But now, after staying in an environment, you should understand that there are so many differences in what we believe and what we don't believe, right? So this is someone you love. And then she said a certain thing and you pounce on her. Some people are strange. Some people, there's no name in the book, undiagnosed names in the book that people are not calling Shaun. People call him a narcissistic person. People call him a psychopath. And I'm like, hey God, it's not that deep. Oh, it's not that deep. During Tofa Diary, Tofa was telling Big Brother that no more putting a big trust on any housemate. It be like say Suj and Tofa do notice Shaun. Yes, they noticed. I told you, did you hear what I said, Issa? At the beginning of the show, they were friends. They were all together. Wanni was even cooking for them. Now, it was even that period, Ruthie came and begged Wanni for food twice, and Wanni did not give her. What? Like, they were acting like one big family. What separated them was when Suj started dating Nelly, and then eventually Tofa too also started dating Anita. I be shipping. I don't want to use the word dating in this Big Brother house. We don't use those kind of big words. Let's just use the small word, shipping. So it was that shipping of Nelly, that shipping of Aces to Nelita, that weakened the bond between Shaun and the Aces. If not, Wanni was cooking for all of them as well, my boyfriend friends. So they were friends. So as soon as Shaun changed, they would know now. It's just like Issa, you and I now are friends. The moment I change, the moment my attitude changes, I mean, you will know now. You will notice it. The moment I start acting weird, you will know, of course. Because once upon a time, we're close. Now that was why even the Mbadiwe twins, you know, they consider Shaun too to be their homeboy. And that was why 2 or 3 days ago in the gym, when he was saying what he was saying, they were surprised. Like, they expected that if Shaun see this kind of thing, he's supposed to protect their interests. At this point, Shaun doesn't have a friend in that house. So, hey, Shaun, and it baffles me. These housemates too, they were not even logic. These housemates, they were not even logic in their thinking. Yes, they're not even logic in their thinking. Do you know why I say they're not logic in their thinking? Is because of all the pairs that came into the house, Shaun was the only one that ignored his own pair. He was the only one that turned his back on Victoria, to a point that everyone in the house was making an effort to bring Victoria out of her shell or out of whatever problem she had. Everyone with the exception of Shaun, who happens to be her partner. Is it not strange? Suj tried to come close to her. Forget attraction. Forget the attraction they had for her. Suj made an effort. Femi made an effort. Chinwe made an effort. Ruti made an effort. Onyeka made an effort. Like literally half of the house made an effort to talk to Victoria, to talk Victoria out of whatever it is that was worrying her with the exception of Shaun. For me, that was enough for the housemates to know that this guy doesn't give a shit about anybody. This guy doesn't care about anybody except Shaun. That was your pair. At least everyone was making an effort to try and step in for their pair if there is something that is happening. Hello? Except Shaun. Shaun didn't care as far as I'm concerned. Wanni, you stepping into the boy's life, you were also contributing to him, also putting down his partner. Are you okay? See, Shaun show everybody who he was. It was them that refused to believe him. Shaun was in plain sight in everybody's face. But a lot of them got carried away by his phone, his accent, and his smiley face, and his very handsome face. I'll use the word very handsome because he's a very handsome boy. He's a very fine boy. And everybody got carried away by his charming demeanor. Yeah. How can you come into the house with your partner? How can you come to the house with your partner and your partner is looking unhappy? The girl is looking down. The girl it seems to be crying in her personal space or something like that. And you did instead he was always talking to her, like you could see he was always like quarreling her, like he was always talking to her in an aggressive manner, even in the midst of that her condition. He even goes to tell people that he does not know, Victor, that he was not telling people that he doesn't, this is not the person he knows. Like, now that's the more reason why you should sit her down and say, babe, what's up? So it was enough for everyone in the house. I don't know why they were expecting certain level of loyalty from Shaun when Shaun could not even give loyalty to the one person that was the most closest to him. Since Shaun, right from the one where Shaun entered the house, now he don't lose guard already. Shaun don't lose guard from day one when he entered their house, when he no even sent Victoria. You know, at the beginning, the first 2 weeks, we kept thinking, what was their relationship? Some people were now saying that him and her dated, that maybe that she cheated on him. That's why he's angry. The pain is still... Okay, now, hello. It's not the same thing he's doing to Wanni. What's Wanni do? Oh, the Wanni cheat on him too. And Shaun, forget his calm and attractive demeanor. Shaun is looking down on everybody. People are saying that him by the way to talk down on people, they are looking down on people. The main person that looks down on everybody in that house is Shaun. If Shaun comes close to you, he's coming close to you because he knows that there's something he's going to gain. Why do you think that last week when Shaun won head of house, everybody was happy? Because Shaun is being seen in that house by the housemates like this good guy. They see him as this good guy. And that was why yesterday when he was even talking to Wanni the way he was talking to Wanni, you could see the faces of most of the housemates. They were a bit surprised. They were looking at him in a weird way. Like, no, they were looking at him in a very strange way. But I am still surprised that the housemates have not seen through him since. Like, in as much as people are saying that both the Wanni herself is also using the Shaun, well, let's assume that's their game plan. But we only say what we see. We won't say what we didn't see. We're only saying what we are seeing. Either it's plain right in front of us. Olivia in the building. A lot is going on, Olivia. A whole lot is going on. Did you watch the diary session between Wanni and Shaun? We dey wait for Parrot too, because even Cassia, I be like say Cassia go soon cast. Because how if Ace is Wanni, if they nominate him next week, he go cast now. Yes, now if they nominate him, he's going. Well, I don't know. People are saying he has fans though. Olivia, they said that Shaun has plenty of fans outside of it. Because if you're very correct, because if Suj is complaining about him, no, I don't think Wanni will not nominate. Wanni will not nominate him. Hey, Issa, how can you talk like that? That girl is a lover girl. She won't nominate him. She won't nominate him. Handy might nominate him. Handy might, under probability. You understand? But Wanni will not nominate Shaun. Yes, Omo love day between them. Yes, Wanni will never nominate him. Even if till the end of the show, she and Shaun don't talk, she will never nominate him. See, if Shaun even dey like Pere, eh, he's attractive because Pere has a lovely side, right? Pere might be firm, strict, and merciless, right? But Pere is a lover boy. Sheyi, yes, I might say he's playing the script of Sheyi. Yes, I think he's more closer to playing the script of Sheyi than Pere. Pere is not a snitch. Pere will not snitch at you. Pere will look you in the face. He won't snitch on you. Pere will not snitch on you. But Shaun is snitching on his friends. Pere had loyalty. Olivia traveled back. Pere had loyalty. It was Pere's loyalty to Cross that even made Pere to cry in their house. Shaun has no loyalty anywhere. Shaun has no loyalty. So please, you people should not even bring Pere into this. Pere is too up there when it comes to the card that Shaun is playing. Shaun is not playing Pere's card. Pere is too smooth. Where Shaun dey. Maybe Sheyi, yes, I agree. Olivia, let's leave him, let's attach him with Sheyi. But Pere is too smooth for Shaun. Pere might be a villain, yes, we knew. Pere was someone we love to hate. But Pere, again, had this lover boy vibe. He had this perfect gentleman vibe. Pere had the utmost loyalty. Pere never threw Cross under the bus till the end of that show. Pere was equally in, I don't want to use the word love, but Pere also liked Kim. But for the sake of the bro code, or for the sake of his loyalty towards Cross, he let go of Kim Oprah. I don't know if you guys can still remember. It was just last year. Shaun will not do that. Please, you should not even dent Pere's image trying to compare him with Shaun. Abeg, Pere is too good for Shaun. Sheyi, yes, I agree. Give it to Sheyi, no problem. Sheyi is as low as he can get, right? Fine, give Shaun Sheyi's card, maybe, you know. But please, Pere is too posh. Where Shaun dey, abeg. Pere has it here now. Pere has it upstairs. Pere knows value. Pere knows love. Pere knows loyalty. Pere knows sacrifice. I beg, you should not dent Pere, I beg. Suj tell Big Brother that he think that Shaun come close to him to pick something to use against him. Obviously, very correct. Not only to pick something that I use against him, to also condemn his relationship with Nelly. Don't forget, low-key, Shaun truly had attraction towards Nelly. Wanni just came into the picture and took over the whole thing, and and of course, she came with a good package, if you know what I mean, a good package of doing his laundry, cooking for him, changing his sheets. So who wouldn't want that kind of luxury? That is luxury. That is luxury. So who would want to let go of that? But I think low-key, Shaun felt disappointed in Suj for going after Nelly because he felt that Suj should know better, that he had eyes for Nelly. But at this point, we are with someone. You're with Wanni. So you can't go after Nelly. So, and then Suj went for Nelly. So I don't get it. Maybe not. We don't know. Because when you look at Shaun, even that day that he was talking to Suj and he had this very cunning smile on his lips when he was talking to Suj. Yeah. So Shaun is this kind of guy that when you people will be eating together, but you don't know that he has something against you. Is when you least expect it, he will hit you. He will throw you to the ground. I don't know why Suj is even confused. Suj, well, Suj is he maybe he has an open heart, and he actually considered Shaun a friend at some point in the game. Suj is seriously feeling betrayed, and I'm just pitying him. Suj feels very betrayed, but he should read in between the lines. If he reads in between the line, he'll be all right. last thing go be okay. Shaun cares about only one person in that house, and that person Shaun cares about is Shaun. Shaun cares about only Shaun. Shaun owes only Shaun loyalty. Shaun only looks out for Shaun. Because I don't understand when he was talking to Onyeka and he said his love language, his love language is act of service. This girl literally carries you on her shoulder. Do you know Wanni doesn't even hide food for herself? Wanni hides food to feed Shaun. Wanni doesn't even hide food for herself and her sister. Wanni hides food for Shaun. Maybe I don't know, see the table, the talk now, the side talks for that house done too much. If you see online, some people were also dragging Cassia. Suj told Big Brother that he feel bad that he missed that head of house game, that he wished for the next game coming. I believe he just wants to have privacy with his girl Nelly in the head of house lounge, because I knew if he had won, obviously he would have gone in with Nelly. He still has one more week. He should try harder on Monday. And that guy had the chance to win that head of house that day, because he had gotten far within a short moment of coming in. He had a huge chance to win. He did. Even the Shaun, he was just talking, saying what he wanted to say. It was just by luck he himself didn't get disqualified, because Wanni did the same thing that Nelly did. It was just by luck. It was just by chance that he did also get disqualified. He would have also gotten the same penalty as Suj. Or did he? It's like he actually did got disqualified. Or did he? I don't know. I can't. But he was the first person that Big Brother warned Wanni, right? So unfortunately, Nelly repeated the same mistake, because she wasn't there when Big Brother warned Wanni against telling Shaun what it was about. So when Suj came in, Nelly now mistakenly spoke to Suj about the game, and that's how Suj got disqualified. Suj feels bad too, and I also feel bad for him, but it is what it is. It's just like Nigerian politics. You don't have permanent friends. You don't also have permanent enemy. You can see what our headmasters are doing in the scene. Today they are best of friends, tomorrow they are worst of enemies. So Suj too should also realize that life generally is like that. Even in the Big Brother house, it's 100 million we're talking about. He told Big Brother that the housemates were like, this game is for Suj, and that is what gave him more energy. Yes, it was him that had that game. Like, if he had ended it, because he had, in less than 1 minute, he had already finished arranging those tires. He was already trying to inflate that other one in less than 1 minute. So he would have completed that task probably in less than 2 minutes. In less than 1 minute, he has already gone halfway. So he had the chance. I came with this energy. And in as much as head of house has immunity, has the luxury, it gives you an opportunity to shine for the week. Right now Onyeka is shining. You can see everybody is rallying around her. It just gives you this opportunity to shine, and it gives you an opportunity to bring out your creativity and your intellect. Do you understand? It's another selling point. Trust me, it's another selling point. So I think, and he wanted to do it for his girl Nelly. Don't forget, Nelly won head of house twice, so he wants to repay the favor of inviting her to the head of house lounge. You know how it is now. Issa, you're a guy now. Issa, are you not a guy? Long cat. Issa, you're a guy. You know how it is. For instance, now a girl takes you out, you want to repay the favor in order to show the girl that you appreciate her. Am I lying, Issa? uh, so he's just trying to do well to his girl. He's just trying to exercise the macho-ness, the macho man in him. So I just feel that was the whole thing. That was the whole idea. So he had the game. Really, he had. If when he was disqualified, I was like, "Ow, this guy would have won this game." Like, he had the game because he was among the last players. Now, I think after, even Onyeka was surprised when she had the buzzer. She was like, "How comes na Suj is done?" He had the game because he was among the last players, so he had the game. I know, Issa, don't forget that Suj for most of the time has begged Big Brother for a date with Nelly, and he didn't get it till today. So probably this is opportunity to just have that moment with Nelly in the Big Brother in the head of house lounge. But to me, I'm glad that my girl Onyeka got it too. Tomorrow is Onyeka's birthday, so I'm glad that my girl got it. So she's going to have a blast tomorrow. I'm glad that she got it the week of her birthday. Everyone is deserving of that head of house tax and share. Everyone is deserving. Nobody deserves it more than the other. Everyone is deserving of that head of house post or position. So he should calm down. Better luck next time. I hope he will win next week. No hard feelings. It's just that he felt like it was taken away from him, but it was nobody's fault. It was what it was. And another thing again, probably the fact that he could not vent because it was his sheep that scattered it for him now. So he can't vent per se. So he's just sucking up to nothing. And then unfortunately his friend Shaun Kuma this week chose to now act in a very unfair manner towards him. So the whole thing is just too much for him to handle. I feel for the guy though. And I'm glad that Nelly is also trying her best not to have issues with him. And then coupled with the umpiring. That umpiring too is affecting a lot of those housemates. So if you observe, a lot of them are confused. Do you understand? They don't know if they should continue with their strategy or they should continue in their line of character or they should switch. No cap, thank you. Now you understand. So I just feel Uncle Suj is trying to impress Auntie Nelly. So let's understand him. Let's give him a pat on the back. So that's just what I see, Sha. No, and now the fact that the head of house lounge is just expecting one guest. So hello, now. You get, it's not unlike before that it's two guests. Now it's just one guest. So, if you notice that week that Nelita won the head of house lounge, they literally was sharing that head of house lounge with Anita and Tofa. So I think they were today they were sleeping here, then tomorrow in the house. Like for me, I think they even let go of the head of house lounge more for Anita and Tofa. So this week would have been good for both of them, and besides there's no eviction, so they will be very relaxed. It would have been a beautiful honeymoon. And now we go watch the real show. Yes. And have you noticed something after Sunday of the umpiring? Do you realize that most of the housemates now are becoming like, I don't know which word to use. Have you noticed that most of them are now like acting like they are full of themselves? I don't know. Can you notice that everybody now is feeling himself? Like they've sort of all more like that. They are beginning to own up to their identity, like I'm on my own. Like there's this selfishness now that seems to be popping up, that seems to be showing. I don't know if it's me that is seeing things because I'm watching the show in order to come and talk about it. But after that Sunday, even Victoria now has one. You know, have you noticed Victoria now is wearing her crown? She is, you know, she's having the guts now to, like, I don't want to use the word guts. Let it not look as if she's an underdog, but she's beginning to even have the F13 to throw shades. But in the past, she was mute. See that Monday that they were trying to brainstorm towards their attacks. See what she said to Onyeka. Victoria, that we knew before, wouldn't say such a thing. But now you could see that she's now like, is my game. Like, you get what I'm trying to say to you. See Ben too. You can see Ben now is doing things with a lot of energy, though he has always been an action Ben. But you could see, do you get, okay, now see that his argument with Chizoba the other day. See the way he raised his voice at her. But in the past, he wouldn't do that, because when he does that, TJ will come and calm him down. I don't want to see any form of honeymooning in the house. They can do that when they leave the house. Honestly, I'm tired of that honeymooning. And the more you look at that, their honeymooning, the more it looks fake safe. I think so far now, it's even only Anita's own and Tofa self that is even looking fine. Because right now, Shaun and Wanni, they are in a bad place right now. They are not in a good place at all. Then Nelly and Suj, that their ship looks like a liability to me. It looks like a liability that even them that are in the ship is too heavy for them to carry. I'm telling you. See, on Saturday, what was that? They refused to dance with anybody. He didn't dance with anybody. She too, she didn't dance with anybody. They just found one corner and just gum themselves to each other. And I'm like, what is this now? How can you be in a situationship that you... Nah, I don't even know what to say again. Chioma. Then I wish Wanni will withdraw from Shaun completely. Like, I wish this girl would just do a day. She let this boy come and meet her. Big Brother advised her today now. He told her not to go to him. She should wait for him to come and apologize to her. And you know what is paining Shaun? It's paining Shaun that Big Brother told him how unfair he was to Wanni. So when they tell you how unfair you are to someone, it then means that you owe the person an apology. And the level which Shaun has kept himself, you know, Shaun kept himself up here and then kept Wanni down here. He can't believe that he would have to come down to her level and apologize. Because when you treat someone unfairly, you owe the person an apology, especially when this person in question is someone that you have something to do with. So his cry, I don't think his cry was even remorse, or his cry had to do with missing Wanni. His cry had to do with his ego. Like, oh nah, do I have to fall my hand in front of public on international television? Do I have to do that? Because over the weeks he has gotten used to these girls coming to him, because at this point I won't say just Wanni, even with her sister, he has gotten used to these ladies going after him, doing things for him. So he can't believe that he needs to go to these ladies. Like, it a pain. You know, have you ever been in a relationship before, of whatever kind, where you are always the bigger person that is always going to make peace when there's problem? Do you know, the day you will choose not to make peace, that other smaller person, because as far as I'm concerned, the person that sits down and refuses to make peace is the smaller person, that other smaller person will feel pained and bruised up that you refuse to come and meet them. And at this point, they need you more in that relationship than you need them. Because Shaun needs Wanni, as if you ask me, Shaun needs Wanni in that house more than she needs him. From whatever she does for him to even his content. Without Wanni, Shaun doesn't have content. I hope you know that. Without Wanni and without Victoria, Shaun has no content. Shaun's content is around those women. Is around those girls. Huh? In as much as he's saying that he's helping people to create highlights, but those highlights he's helping people to create That highlights is not to his own advantage. That highlights are to his own detriment. Some people are even comparing him to Shegs, but I think Shegs is way better. At least Shegs had a very sweet side. Shegs was cooking for Bella, but Shaun doesn't do anything close to that to Wanni. Your love language is act of service, and how many have you offered to your so-called love interests? You know, when you say your love language is something, it means that not only are you expecting it, you're also offering it. If I say that my love language is act of care, I'm going to show you care. I'm also expecting you to show me care. Not for me to say my love language is act of service, but I am not offering any service to the person that I claim I want that act of service from. I don't even know what I'm trying to say to you. Such told Big Brother that after that separation, some of the housemates were forming that they were thinking of that. Were thinking of that is what will be happening. Suj was like, if all of them, they don't have that wisdom. Like, I don't understand that statement properly, Issa. Suj told Big Brother that after that separation, some of the housemates were forming that they were thinking of that. Okay, is what will be happening. Suj was like, all of them, they don't have that wisdom. Okay, so I think if I get you clearly, is you said that Suj, after this unpairing, some of the housemates were claiming that they already knew, like they have thought of that unpairing, right? Is that what you're trying to say, Issa? Okay. So that's why I'm saying after that unpairing, me from the following day, I noticed that most of them suddenly developed one ego overnight. So suddenly they developed one sudden superiority, whatever. They suddenly developed one superiority complex overnight. Everybody is feeling, full of, like, everybody was feeling too big in the house. All of a sudden, that is when Shaun started trying to strategize nomination strategy, and I'm like, ooh, nah, calm down now. English no be my mate o. So English no be our mate. All of us we borrow am. Even me, I no be English. English no be my mate. We borrow, is a borrowed language. Not with the manager like that they go. And it's the English. It's not the English that cause problem between Shaun and Wanni. Weird. Yeah, Issa, let's stop using that word weird. The British man in the house said that word weird is an insult. So Issa, if you use weird on another person next time, Issa, you go collect, you go chop beating on an insult. English. And to me, if they are already beginning to have problem in language use now, so when they go outside the house, how is it going to be? The unpairing is a good thing, Sha. We'll see different sides of them, because now that they've been unpaired, it then means that the journey towards the 100 million is individual, is single, not double again. The dynamic duo has now been broken. I think the only people that this unpairing will favor are the husband and wife, the sisters, that is both the twin sisters and checkers, and then Mbadinwe twins. They say blood is thicker than water, and marriage kuma is another special union, right? So those ones are the ones that if any of them win the money, it go touch everybody hand. But you see those friendships, because I don't know if you've noticed it, Issa, when they go out of the house, some of them, like Radicals, I saw that in Radicals. I also saw that in Tammy, which up to today, I think the Tammy up to today, is it the Tammy is still begging the Dami or so, because I think that this big brother thing has separated that friendship of that was the first pair that were evicted. Friendship don't buy you, friendship don't finish. Now even the interview between radicals and Ebuka, it got to a point where the communication sort of broke. Do you understand? The communication kind of broke, like where Mickey and Femi, you could see a slight misunderstanding before they normally got it together. Do you understand? So it could tell you that if those two were in that house when this unpairing happened, trust me, Femi and Mickey might end up becoming strangers in that house to each other. Aside from Ruthie and DJ Flo, that coming out of the house, they were still there was that friendship was still there. Just observe so far the pairs that have gone out of the house. You could see everybody's trying to do his thing, right? You could see, like, see May yourself and Toby, like, I think everybody now has even gone solo, right? So I just feel that if friends win that money, if a friend should win that money, we'll continue. There will be after show. we go solve, we go become lawyers, we go get case to solve. But if family or if the spouse they win the money, and I think we're good to go. Imagine say someone like Shaun wins that money. Nah, Victoria fit no see pass 2 million naira. Although I don't see Shaun winning that money. No. So that's it. But it's interesting though. It's very interesting. You've not announced the winner yet of this Semovita show. Yesterday it was cooking, today too was cooking. So that's it too. Alright, Issa, let me end this live stream so that I can listen to who will win. You know, now I can't stream their show again for the fear of copyright. Maybe when I finish, I could still come back. What's the time now? This 11. Well, if I don't sleep off, I might still come back live, okay? A lot of things are happening. We need to still talk more and more. They are about to announce the winners of the Semovita task. So if I don't sleep off, I'll still come back. Issa, don't sleep early. Wait for me. If I don't come back, then you go. Issa, I'm just joking off. Thank you so much. I'll end the stream right now. Then come back later if I don't sleep off. But if I do sleep off, then I'll be here again by the special grace of God tomorrow. Okay? Thank you so much. And do have a lovely night if you're here and it's night where you are.